Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Kara.
And I'm dragging this out unnecessarily long because it's the thing that I do at the beginning of the podcast. Brownie.
Oh, Chris, you know what? As long as that intro was, is as long as how many podcasts we've been doing, because this is episode 75.
Oh my
75.
God.
75.
The diamond anniversary.
That's a lot of
diamond,
episodes.
Yeah, where's my diamond?
Yeah, I was going to say it's on your finger, but you can't wear your ring right now.
No.
So
And it's a Tuesday. That's a strange time for us to be
That
doing
is
a
strange.
podcast.
it is a Tuesday. Who's joined in? I see we have a comment, or is that
that's
just...
Alan says woohoo.
Oh, Alan. Hi, Al.
Wallen.
Nice to see you, Al.
Mike Fish is in the chat.
Wow.
Latin Operation Forces is in there.
Hey, Gabe.
Oh, man. So we have Gabe tuning in from Puerto Rico, or even just a bunch of people from
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Latin Operation Forces, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
Oh, you have all sorts of stuff next to your chair. That's fine. I'll let you get away with it today.
Well, I've got stories,
Today.
and I've got stories. We'll get to that. But the Ewok here is here because Gabriel's birthday's coming up.
Oh, it's covered by chat.
Jeremy went through
And
the whole
so
process of
I told
my
Chris
goodness.
ahead of time. I said I should take a piece of like gaff tape and put it right across here and say, "Hey, Gabriel, this is
Yeah,
this
you're
is
sitting
you.
in, yep.
This is for you." So we asked for it. We put him. He is here
He
for you.
requested an Ewok on the set.
So, being that I have not a lot. I have a couple Star Wars things, but Chris, I have a funny story to tell you, so we'll get right in.
Jarrett's on as well. Hi, Jarrett.
Oh man,
Hey,
so many
Jarrett.
people.
Then we got Baby Yoda given to us by Jeremy.
Jarrett gave us Baby Yoda. So Jarrett, he's on the set.
I'm sure he's seen him on there before.
Oh, of course. He moves around. He's in different
Baby Yoda, you
places.
gotta point him out
Oh,
every
Gabe
time.
says a bunch of guys from the page are watching.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
we better be good today.
Yeah, we should be good. So I'm going to start with a quick story. So Chris, we did a review. We did a series on YouTube, which has done all right, actually, for some of the projects that we worked on. We reviewed, Keith Hopkins requested that we do a good, bad series because he says no one can love Star Wars as much as you guys do. You have to have bad things to say about the movies.
That's true.
So we went through before Rise of Skywalker came out, and we did a good, bad review of each of the movies. You can check them out on Rise of the Podcast YouTube page. They're still there.
Shameless plug.
Some of them
Shameless
were hard
plug.
to
And
say
we-
bad things about, but you know.
We had to say bad things about each of the movie. So we had to watch episode 1, The Phantom Menace, over again. So we got sent this as a baby gift to be able to do like a search and find for our future child. And doing what I do, I have read this book. There's not a lot of reading
Cover to
involved.
cover.
Cover to cover.
Give me a book report, Jeremy.
Well, there you look for stuff and then you find it. And that's it. It tells you what to look for.
D+. You should have done more research.
So here's what cracked me up, Chris. I know the way that you are and that you'll really appreciate this.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to find Anakin, okay? It's probably hard to see, but you guys know what Anakin looks like. You got to find Watto,
The best.
Jabba the Hutt, and Sebulba.
Boo.
But do you remember, I'm going to bring it in close.
Though this has autofocus, so you can just go right up to the main cam here.
So this made me laugh. Then there's this poor guy, which they decided to not even name. And just call him
Oh, Mr. Longface.
this racer. So everybody else, they named this guy, and I can't even pronounce it. It's
Oh, the twin head guy? Who
Yeah.
cares? He doesn't get a name.
Thaudasid Andule, okay?
That's hilarious.
They named him.
This pod.
They just this guy, all right? So I saw that. I almost spit out my drink when I was like going through this book. I was like, I can't believe that poor guy. He only got this racer is all that they could do.
But wasn't he one of our bads in the
Yeah,
ads?
we all wrote him down. I don't know if it actually made it to the list, but he was definitely on the list.
Yeah.
He was on the list, yeah.
I just remember not liking him. He kind of looks like a beetle with
He's,
like
like,
human
stretched
legs.
out, yeah.
Just kind of weird. I didn't like him. He's gross.
Gwen said that was the best book report ever. Joshy, Georgie, Frankie, Chimera, Sasuke, and Sammy are all watching from Latin Operation.
Wow. Hey,
Awesome,
guys.
awesome. Way to go, Gabe.
If you want to talk some smack about Jeremy's game skills, feel free to say that in the chat.
I mean, here's the thing, though. I don't know if any of them's gamed with Jeremy yet. So.
No, I'm willing.
We know what his level's at.
I'm willing to, play some squadrons with you guys, but I had a really good game where I felt like Maverick from Top Gun, and then I have been playing more and getting paired against better people, and
Now you're like Goose.
I feel like I'm the worst pilot in the galaxy. I might as well be flying Greedo's ship around.
Oh, you're Porkins.
Yeah, right, exactly, Porkins.
Well, no, it's funny because the other night he was like, "Carrie, I want you to watch me play a round of PvP." And I was like, "Okay, I suppose I can do that." He's like, "Yesterday I was ripping it up. I was just doing real good." And then I watched him, and I think he got like what 2 kills.
It was bad. It was
Katie
really
was like
bad.
0.2 or something like that.
I'm flying into asteroids
It's
and
like,
blowing
hey
up.
mom, watch, hey mom, watch, and then you immediately slip
you're
and
like-
fall off the diving board.
That is what it was in video game format. So I need all the help I can get. I will squad up with you guys for sure.
So there's a classic like father like son thing. Both Al and David posted crying and laughing emoji.
Oh,
Yes.
see, so Al's David's dad.
David, you have been driving Jeremy nuts. Gamer score.
Are you gonna throw me under the bus
Yes,
right
I'm gonna
now?
throw you under the bus right now. Jeremy, I don't know if you have this vendetta going with him. Jeremy has to have a bigger gamer score than you on Xbox. Like, no matter what.
I'm red right now in the face. Well, let me tell it from my point of view. Is that right? Go ahead.
I came home from work today and he's like,
sorry.
Kara, David played 3 games and he got 3,000 gamer score. He's closing in on my 10,000 gamer score lead.
So here's what happened. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I just came down last night. I popped on Xbox after a long, hard, grueling day of work, and I thought I'm gonna relax, play my favorite game, Squadrons, and just have a nice night. And I see David's online. Now, David's been playing a lot of SnowRunner, which you need to watch the Russian episode of the Ewan McGregor documentary.
Yes.
Because it
long
was
way
like,
around.
Kara was like, watch it. She's like, that's you on SnowRunner. Because they're going through huge, they can't get the motorcycles across these rivers. So they have to put them in the back of they wait for a lorry or a big truck driver, like this huge truck. And they ask him, they're like, hey man, can you help us get across this river? And they put the motorcycles in the back and they haul it across this river. So Kara's like, that's you on SnowRunner. Anyways.
It is.
So I get on to play some relaxing video games last night, and I see that David is leading the month with 3,000 gamer score. So I looked, I was like, well, how did he do that? That's like tons of stuff. So I was like, you played Wonder Song, Edith Finch, and you're playing Tell Me Why were the 3 games that you racked up 3,000 points. So I was like, all right. Nope, I got to do this. So I was going to be in bed by 10 o'clock last night. And I stayed up till 11 trying to get as many achievements as I could from Wonder Song so I could reel them in.
So David said, I'm working hard to catch up. Alan says, Jeremy and David have been battling each other since the original Xbox.
I would say since
Yeah,
2003.
and David corrected you. He's 3,800 gamer score yesterday.
Oh.
So actually, now I'm curious. Gabe, what's your overall gamer score on
Mine's
Xbox?
6 million.
'Cause Jeremy,
Yeah.
what's yours?
162,000 now, I think.
Okay.
And David's at 155, I think.
Mike said that you've got stage fright when you were trying to show off for Kara. You got wrecked.
I must have. I must have.
And Gabe says Josh is our top ace.
Yes,
Squadrons.
yes, yes. So, okay, so back to the Latin Operation Forces page. You guys, we were just talking about how May 4th was the first time we went live, and Gabe happened to hop on for that live stream, and how much fun it's been getting to know Gabe over the course of the time just through live. He hopped in on a Get Vocal with us, which was super fun. But he told us about your guys, the Latin Operation Forces page, and being our own page on Facebook, I've learned so much stuff from your guys' page. I learned about all the top
yeah.
news, all the video game stuff. I learned about the consoles, like the PS5 versus Xbox. I love your guys' like, who would win, Iron Man or Batman or whatever. I've been voting on all of those, and I'm a top fan. I'm a top fan of your guys' page.
As am I. Thank
And
you.
it's
not just you.
all thanks to
I'm not, unfortunately.
Gabe for making that introduction to the page.
Do you see they posted the thing about they cast Siri, older Siri,
Really?
not old Siri. She looks like kind of preteen, teenage.
Oh, for the Witcher season 2?
Yeah.
For the iPhone,
No, for the Witcher season 2
Chris,
on
you
Netflix.
know Cirilla.
I haven't seen.
I know.
Witcher's such a good game and a good show.
Gwen says her gamer score is 1685.
Oh, right. Gwen, you're catching
It's like a
up.
half of a game.
I don't even know what mine is. I think I've got.
You've got 6,000 or 7,000.
I've got an okay. I thought I broke 10, didn't I?
But Dave and I have been going back and forth for, like I said, for as long as humanly possible. That's the only reason we have such big gamer scores. It's like, oh, wait, what are you doing? What is he doing? Keeping up with the Joneses, but gamer score?
Keeping up the Wallenses.
Keeping up the Wallenses.
Keeping up with the Hobbitses. Gwen
So-
says she's going to catch you soon, so either you're going
watch
to die or
out.
Gwen's just going to do nothing but play video games for the next 5 years.
Here's what we all don't know: Gwen has quit her job and she is now gaming 24/7.
Hey, I heard
Yeah.
Gwen's playing Sea of Thieves. And that's an awesome game.
Yeah.
That is a super
Ashley
cool
says her gamer score is 0.
game. She plays for David.
No,
David's enlisted
yeah, that's
Ashley's
right.
help to play.
I was gonna
Oh,
For
say, I
David.
swear
Hold on.
Ashley plays.
Jeremy, make an accusation right now.
Ashley, I know that you help David because you play like Doodle God and Uno and
Frozen game in there?
Frozen Match 'em game. Those are not David's points. Those are your points, Ashley.
I'm
I
putting
know
an
it.
asterisk next to David's score. This is outrageous.
No, it's okay. I enlisted Kara to help me.
Oh,
Wait,
Jeremy.
I haven't helped you
You
get
almost
any
had the
score.
moral
I get
high
scores
ground.
for
You
myself.
almost had.
Thank you.
No, which game? Well, you helped me. We play Overcooked together.
Well, that's supposed to be a duo game.
Well, it is. And there's some DLC that just came out.
Oh,
for free
hey,
on Game
Todd.
Pass.
Thanks for joining in on Facebook. Yeah, we're doing kind of a weird thing today, but
Wait,
met
Todd
Todd over
from
on
Oh,
Get
Todd was
Vocal.
on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Hey,
Todd was on
Todd.
Get Vocal.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said he tried to get into The Witcher and he was meh about it.
The game has he played the game? Because the game is amazing. Witcher 3 specifically.
Yes.
David says 156 XXX score right now.
156. Oh man, he is reeling me in.
David's
Watch
at
out,
163.
What am
So
I
that's
doing here?
close.
Everybody, I will be back next week.
Mike's like, I gave up on gamer score when I lived with you guys. So, Mike, the problem is you actually have like with social life. You'd go out, you'd do things, you'd meet people. David and Jeremy know literally 4 people each.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are themselves.
I was gonna say, yet they both got married.
Yeah, well,
You can't. I guess. See, Chris, you
there's
can't.
plenty of fish in the sea, apparently.
Right. Right.
And Ashley used to play Frozen Free Fall in Letterquest. Get
So,
it right.
so I have a little bit of a tangent here. So, Chris, we were joking about. So, The Social Dilemma is a big documentary right now, right? Okay.
David says you're lucky I'm watching this instead of gaining more ground on you.
Well, I appreciate it, David. But The Social Dilemma is a big documentary out right now, and we were talking about it like a week or 2 ago. And then you joked with me. I was like, Chris, did you see this Facebook post? And you're like, what Facebook? I don't have Facebook anymore. I deleted it. I watched The Social Dilemma.
Yeah.
So, no, a lot of people are watching it, and there's some very excellent points in there. I've watched it.
I have not yet. I need to.
It's really good. But somebody did reach out to us today. Juliet from Georgia
Hooray!
wrote us on
We missed you,
Facebook
Juliet.
and said she really misses us.
Yeah.
So this is for Juliet. I swear it's behind me. Juliet was the first person to write
Wait,
us
is
an
Juliet
email
watching
to.
today?
Well, no, but even if she was just on Facebook earlier today,
alright.
she just said
Oh.
after watching The Social Dilemma, she dialed way back, but she did want to reach out to us and say that she missed us because we made her laugh and she always had a good time when she was on the
That's
live
awesome. I'm
podcast,
glad to
so-
hear from her. It had been a while.
Yeah,
Well, you can always
no.
send us listener mail. That's not social media.
Yeah, that's old media. So apparently my gamer score is 5,189.
Well, there you go. David did that in one night.
So
Not to make you feel bad about
Well,
yourself.
no, just David is crazy. How did he do that? Just for reference, so everybody knows. I would say it would take 8 to 10 hours to get 1,000 gamer score, and David got 3,000 in one night. So, and you can be good.
there are games that you can cheese
Cheese,
for gamer
yeah.
score too. Gabe says this is 20K plus. It could be higher, but he doesn't focus on that.
Yeah, I know. It's
Oh, Jeremy focuses on the gamer score. He needs
Now,
the achievements.
Mike's asking David on the stream to look up his gamer score. What's happening here?
the gamer score is a big deal,
Oh,
and
my
the Xbox
goodness.
is coming out soon.
I want
So-
to log in and see what mine is
So
now.
here's the thing. It's like I haven't played an Xbox game since what the years are right now? 2020, 2016?
Yeah,
I haven't played it. I haven't gained any, like, I guess I'm technically logged into my account when I play Minecraft, but
yeah.
I already had all those achievements. So,
Speaking of Minecraft, and I see there's a bunch more comments that popped up, but speaking of Minecraft, so Chris, we talked about the cave update.
yes.
They're adding copper.
I'm stoked about
So they're
copper.
adding new ores,
Okay.
and copper, you can make it a block. It will tarnish over time and turn green.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can use it to build
a
and then
Statue of Liberty.
yeah, it'll build a Statue of Liberty. So and then they voted on a new mob. So unlike Bodie McBoatface, they gave you 3 choices.
Mobby McBob face.
So there was a glowing squid,
Boo.
an
Unsubscribe.
ice illager,
Ooh, yes. Look for that.
or the moo blossom. So it's a cow that grows flowers on it. And
Yes,
it interacts
that
with
is
the
my vote.
it
right
interacts
there.
with the bees. The bees will go and they'll fly
Nope,
and they interact
That
with
is
it.
10,000%
The,
my
I
vote.
hate
the
it.
winner's in.
What is it?
Frost Illager.
It's the glowing squid.
But what? Nobody wants a glowing squid. Hold
So-
on. I'm going to look up Mo Yang's address and write a stern letter.
I mean, here's the only cool thing would be if you could somehow capture it and put it in like a glass, like, I don't know, jar that you build out of glass blocks, and then have them kind of spread throughout your village.
So, Kara, people
know?
have been doing, like fan art's a huge thing, right?
Yeah.
So people have been doing a ton of fan art about the Moo Blossom because people really wanted that one to win, and the fan
Yeah, the
art
Moo
is
Blossom would have been
adorable. Is it like a mushroom? And that but like,
I see the thing. I hate mushrooms.
what is your beef with the mushrooms?
They look like a cow got turned inside out.
But you can milk them with a wooden bowl and you get soup.
Yeah. So, do
get
you want to
mushroom
drink
soup.
cow udder soup, Jeremy?
If it tastes like mushroom soup,
Yuck.
people like caviar, Chris. I don't eat it, but I mean it's a thing. Well, so
I know it's just I've never been a fan of the color palette. It literally just looks like an inside out cow to me.
So
It
what
just
color
good.
was the Moo
Oh,
Blossom?
it was white with yellow spots, and it had yellow daisies growing on its back. It was really cute. The Latin Operation Force is probably like, we're out. It's too much. It's too much fun talk for us. But anyway, so that was my Minecraft news. There's some new auras and a bunch of other fun stuff coming.
What's the copper supposed to do?
There you can build a telescope, a lightning rod.
Ooh.
It's created in some of the new crafting, and I think silver is an option now too. But I just saw a really cool chart too of like the popularity of Minecraft over the years and its ability to stay relevant because the game launched in 2010 as a beta, and then
I thought it was earlier than that.
it's 2010 as like for people to try. I think in Mojang or whatever, the guy's name Jeb Notch, everybody calls him. He only took him 6 months to get the game going from an idea. So I think it was like 2009, and then a game came playable in 2010.
Yeah, May 17th, 2009.
2009. Okay,
see.
that was when he must have started working on it. I'm guessing.
Xbox release is 2012. No, that was like the initial release date is May 17th of 2009.
But the fact that it's still relevant in 2020, and
Right.
and it's kind of like Pokemon in a way where I was reading a funny article and it said that Pokemon, you'd be surprised at how many people between the ages of 25 and 35 play it. And I was like, yep, that's me. I'm in that age range.
Yeah, you're almost outside of that age, Gramps.
But Minecraft is the same way. It was like it was very popular when you and I were in the prime video game years, and then it's still relevant.
Back before we had responsibility.
I still get excited about updates and releases. Like I know the heartbeat of the internet, Chris. I know the pulse of the internet.
That's
Jeremy's
not
got a
even
little
remotely
stethoscope.
accurate. You might know like I don't even know.
Well, the cool thing about Minecraft, like you said, it's still relevant in 2020. The thing is, they haven't like
Gabe's translating for us through Discord. The people are watching.
Yes.
Operation Forces. We're international. I mean, sort of.
kinda.
So you know how it auto captions the feed? We just need the auto
yeah.
captions to translate into Spanish is all.
right.
Donde está los pantalones? Gracias.
I know Donde está biblioteca? It's like, where's the library?
Yeah, I said where are the
Que
pants?
hora es? Is that what time is it?
Yes.
We're coming down to see Gabe, and he's going to teach us Spanish.
We should
You
probably
said
learn
1
it in
week,
advance
Gabe.
of going there. I think it would be a better idea.
Probably.
Just show up like, Espanol, por favor.
Right? All right, I'm taking a sip of my coffee.
Oh my
Inappropriate.
gosh.
All right, do you want to do Star Wars leaks and just get that out of the way?
Sure.
Sure, go for it.
All right, well, we are a Star Wars themed podcast, which means that occasionally we must talk about Star Wars, and what better place to go and get your Star Wars news than r/Star Wars leaks on Reddit. Sometimes they tell the truth, sometimes they make stuff up, but for the most part, it gives us something to talk about.
Right.
So, Star Wars: The High Republic opening crawl for the book has been leaked,
Ooh.
and I read it. I get to be excited to read the book.
Oh, right. So no spoilers, Chris.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it's like the book's coming out like right around the corner. So.
Right.
And you pre-ordered it, right?
Oh, I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Empire Strikes Back, from a certain point of view, characters and stories have been revealed.
Yes.
So there's 40 stories in the new book.
Oh my goodness.
So all the characters involved and all the story, all the like where they take place has been revealed.
So for just a quick tangent for everybody watching, if you haven't tuned in, you're going to want to check out Star Wars: A New Hope. It's called From a Certain Point of View, and it's the movie Star Wars, the original Star Wars, from the points of view of 40 different characters.
Yeah, side characters
super
like
cool.
Mouse Droid, R5,
Very cool perspective on Star Wars.
stormtroopers who didn't shoot the escape pod.
Yep, the one who bonked his head.
Yep.
Yep. So
it's
it's really
big-
fun.
TK4.
TK427, why aren't you at your
421?
post? Yeah, 421, TK421.
I think it's 421.
Why aren't you at your post?
Yeah.
I do know the odds of successfully navigating an asteroid field.
7,380.
3,760 to 1.
Something like that.
We do the
You
service
can
every day about
You
it.
can ask Alexa, and she will tell you.
Alexa, what are the odds of successfully
I was going to say, Todd's watching. We don't want to set off, but he renamed.
Yeah.
To Echo.
Oh, Carol! Oh, way to set off his.
You are the trolliest. There's a leaked image of a child Funko holding an egg.
Oh,
from The Mandalorian.
That
so they're saying
reminds
potential
me.
spoilers? Question mark? Question mark.
Okay, here's the thing. They're going to keep on giving us fun little snacks with Baby Yoda.
I have a Mandalorian story.
Okay.
So, if you put something on the internet, everyone will overanalyze it, right?
Unless it's our content, then nobody will get it.
So people overanalyze it. Somebody they released an official poster for season 2.
Yeah.
And an official poster for season 1, and Baby Yoda's grown like 4 inches. The child has grown. He's getting bigger.
Interesting.
So somebody did the side by side, and that even makes me excited. 'Cause we're gonna get.
I hope that they did it to scale so people could do that and make us hype over the fact that he's growing up.
He's so cute.
I hope so, but the internet says this, so whatever the internet says is true.
Todd says, haha, headphones are my friend.
Dang it, Todd. You foiled my diabolical plans.
Okay, Chris, what else you got
so
for
this is the last one. I only did 4 because it's
Okay,
only been a
got
couple
it.
of days.
It's only been a couple of days.
D. Bradley Baker was asked how he felt about saying goodbye to Captain Rex since the season 7 of Clone Wars is over.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he said, well, Captain Rex survives through Return of the Jedi, so
Yeah.
I'm not saying goodbye just yet.
Oh,
There's
that is
the Bad Batch,
absolutely.
and they said that Rex has been rumored to be in the Bad Batch.
Here's the
So-
thing:
He and Ahsoka.
Which is awesome.
if you name
Yeah.
a cartoon, it will have D. Bradley Baker in it. I
Oh, seriously,
guarantee
no
it.
joke.
He's in so much
Snow
stuff.
White. Boom. Did it. Did it. He wasn't even born
Current.
yet.
Current.
Chris, I'm gonna make the Snow White D. Bradley Baker cut. I should just go do that retroactively. Go back and put his because he does animals. It's unbelievable what he does.
yeah.
But he was Appa, he was Momo in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Is he only
He's-
named things that have 2 letters in their names repeated
So-
multiple times?
The
He
real
was
name.
Melissa the Goat in Big City Greens.
Melissa the Goat.
And he was Perry the Platypus.
Was he? Oh, yeah. Well, the platypuses don't do much, you know.
He's Lucidor. He's Lucidor in
Star in the Forces of Evil.
Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
Boo.
And in the frog
Excellent
jumping
movie.
show, which is actually called Amphibia, he was Bessie, the snail
Yes.
car. So
That's also 2 syllables.
Are we just going to do a whole, IMDb
no.
discography?
But you brought him up, so you can't.
I brought him up so we could talk about Captain Rex, not about D. Bradley Baker.
But D.
is
Bradley
cute,
Baker
cute.
is awesome.
You can't have one without the other.
And he played probably 50 plus voices in SpongeBob.
That's true.
I did. Was he doing SpongeBob?
That's probably just random fish character. I'm sure.
My leg.
Where's my large soda? I can't drink it without my large soda. All right, so we got through r/Star Wars leaks.
Yep.
Let's
You
see.
made
here
it sound like a chore.
Yeah, Todd says the goldfish on American Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, Klaus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House, yep.
You'd be surprised. Oh my goodness. Okay, so
What's your next thing?
we are over 300 subs on YouTube now.
Oh, we're doing it.
Well, no,
Not today,
not
not
today,
today.
not today.
It's gonna be our
Tune in
normal
Saturday.
Saturday.
That's a normal Saturday. We
no,
can't
this
go.
is replacing Saturday's podcast.
It is, but you know.
So we hit over 300 subs. So that was a big.
Hold on, I'm gonna do something. Woo! 300 subs, yeah.
So here's what we do now.
Oh, no, I
we give
broke it.
everybody a goal of 500, and I shocked Jeremy with a cow prod.
Yeah, you're so funny. So Kara just gets her own angle now because
I pushed the buttons too many times and I lost all my controls.
so it's
It's
just
like this is professional equipment and somebody's playing around with it badly. We're just gonna take those controls away.
What 2-year-old is pressing the screen?
I just see you lean in for comments. So I pause for dramatic effect.
David says, "Yay!" Todd says, "300 sweet." So,
Yeah. So, and again, on Facebook, we have 3,600 likes and stuff like that. But YouTube is where we started.
Yeah, dedicated fan base to the memes.
YouTube is where it started, and then YouTube is where we want to be. So Saturday, we will be following through with our original promise of Kara will put her tongue on a 9-volt battery,
Which she has never done before.
she has never done before, and I will, of course, do the shock collar.
At maximum voltage on his eyeballs.
On my eyeballs.
Oh my God.
No, Chris, no,
Hey,
absolutely
you
not.
won't need LASIK then.
While standing under a hose.
Okay, so not
No, just like to his leg or something.
not too often do we get like super sciency or super historical. But I do want to talk about this for a minute.
Okay.
So, or well, we
Kind of
do, and then we like to get picked apart. So, okay, all right. So the Road of Bones. All right, I just learned about the Road of Bones. So the Road of Bones is a road that goes from.
Is it?
Are there bones involved?
There is, everyone. This is crazy.
Tell
this is
me
real
more.
world history.
It's really cool. I mean,
So-
it's morbidly cool.
It's morbidly cool. So, and again, Chris said he would shoot me if I brought it up again. But,
No, that's fine. Alan said he can't wait for me to get zapped.
oh, man. That's what you're all here for. You thought it was tonight, and that is not the case at all.
I thought it was going to be tonight. I
So,
was sadly
We have to
disappointed.
charge the dog collar.
We gotta find the charger. So, anyways, Chris, I've been watching the Ewan McGregor documentary, and I just talked about earlier to David, like Snow Runner. You need to watch the Russia episode where they drive the Road of Bones.
So this is
Ewan McGregor.
no, so because I was confused when you were initially telling me the story because most recently we've been watching The Long Road Up.
Correct.
This
Yes.
is The Long Way Around.
This is the
Yeah,
long
this
way
is
around.
so this is the
2004.
first one.
This is the first one. Because they're doing the same thing like Disney did for The Mandalorian. They release them on a weekly basis.
David said he can run a fully charged dog all the way down right now.
Oh, I'm sure he
like
could.
The door's unlocked, David.
Yeah.
You know where we're at.
Yes, so
If you show
funny.
up.
All right, so I'm going to tell my story.
Sorry.
So we started watching The Long Way Up, and the thing I love about The Long Way Up is Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman try to ride from the tip of South America on electric motorcycles to LA, and it is an amazing documentary. I was gonna get rid of Apple TV, and just to watch these, I've got to keep it for a little bit longer. We've also did a podcast on that, Chris, all the streaming services.
Oh, yeah.
But to tide me over, because they release it on a weekly basis, and we've watched 6 episodes, I went back and I started watching A Long Way Around, which is where Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman drive from London all the way to New York City. And so they've gotten through all of Europe, and they've hit in the last part of Russia, and this one whole episode is dedicated to them driving the Road of Bones. Now, this is absolutely crazy, and they call it that, and they talk a little bit about it. A decent amount about it, but the road is this is in 2004. The road is completely washed out. People tell them it's impassable in the summer because the rivers aren't frozen over, and they are trying to do this on motorcycles, and the episode's absolutely brilliant. But I wanted to take it upon myself to learn a little bit more about it. So in 1929, that area was found out to have tons and tons of precious metals. So we're talking gold, silver, uranium, all along here. Madigan,
I'll say it's always weird to me because uranium is a metal.
Yeah.
It's weird to think of uranium as a precious metal. It's
Right.
always because like I always see it like listed like that. It's like, oh, that's right. It's a metal.
Yeah, it's a metal, right? So Madigan is the city that's a port, and it was only accessible by port. And this is getting real deep for everyone. I'm sorry. It's crazy. Oh, Siri is talking to me now. Okay, so in 1929, Stalin rounded up all the prisoners in Russia, and they made them start marching. And along the way, they built gulags or prisons along this road. Now, according to the article I was reading, the Road of Bones to Madigan is -90 in the winter,
Celsius.
-70 Celsius,
Okay.
-90 Fahrenheit. It's the coldest inhabited place on Earth. So he would make these prisoners build the road, and if they died, they just put them in the road.
They just became
They just
aggregate.
buried them. They became aggregate. Literally quoting that the bones would become like the equivalent to rocks or rebar, and the rest of the body would be like glue that would hold it together. And so he marched everyone there, and there is this amazing history you can learn out about. I'd highly recommend going and reading it. But because of the frost and everything, sometimes the bones and things will heave up and actually come out of the road, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And it's considered the world's largest grave with over 140,000 people buried there. And
That's insane.
Right?
one person gave their life for each meter of road. Okay, absolutely crazy. So the history behind there is mind-boggling. Like I was shocked reading about it. There's some excellent blogs of people who went there. They rode on the road in the documentary, and you can see all of these old abandoned buildings and everything along the way,
Well, the
just
sad
to get to
thing-
this port.
The sad thing about this is some of those prisoners weren't necessarily bad people. They were just people Stalin saw as a political adversary.
oh yeah,
or stuff
tons
like
of
that.
corrupt or unjust imprisonments and stuff like that during that
yeah.
whole time period. It's just insane.
So not to make light of it, but I do want to crack an internet joke here or
Oh,
whatever.
boy.
No, it's true.
Jeremy's got to get us out of this intense topic somehow.
Well, no. So here, I lost it today when I saw this. I could not believe it. So obviously, political tensions are high right now. No political affiliation or side or anything like that. There was 2 comments on this one blog that this lady wrote. One was, "Oh, this is crazy." Okay. The second comment was, "This is what the roads and bike lanes in America would look like if the liberals took over." Somebody commented that.
It's
And I was
like, how does that have anything to do with anything?
my
what does that have to
gosh.
do with anything? Like, My gosh.
People just can't pass an opportunity to politicize stuff for no reason.
It's unbelievable.
For no
So here
reason.
I am. There's this photographer went, and the photography is absolutely stunning. She went in the winter. She photographed the entire trip. She met all the locals. She did all this thing, and it's like I said, it's the hairs stand up on your neck. And then there's 2 comments, and that's what somebody commented. It's like this is not your platform. I can't believe it.
Okay, so speaking of comments on internet posts, outside of like Facebook, do you ever really comment on stuff?
No.
And I don't really comment on stuff either. And in particular, if you have to create an account or sign in with Facebook to comment on like, I don't know, let's like just like make up like r2d2magazine.com or something.
Right.
It's like, what better way to drive down engagement than by forcing that?
Right.
You know, so it's like, so now I think about how much you don't want to do that.
Right.
And this person went through that whole rigmarole just to throw a shot at liberals on this website.
Right.
With this article. It's just like, I don't understand how people's brains work.
I don't either.
Really don't.
It was unbelievable. So all of
political extremism, exactly, Jonathan, exactly.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. So that blew my mind because I was like, that is ridiculous. That you cannot compare the current situation in America to Soviet Russia in 1929.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. So, anyways, I just try to tell real stories of stuff that happens to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Mike says everyone's over politics at this point. I think
I agree. So, okay,
Yeah.
Chris. All right. So, funny story. Next year, we want to just go on a little vacation. Hopefully, the world is
Are
in a
we
better
planning
place.
for it now?
Well, we'll plan for it. But
Well,
we
is
don't
it
have
you
to
or
say.
am I coming with?
No, you're coming with.
Well, okay.
But I don't
am I
wanna
getting paid?
I don't want to
Is this we
spoil
working?
anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to spoil
Oh,
anything.
you're talking about that.
Yes.
I thought you were just randomly like, oh yeah, so the week of July 17th I'm going to be gone.
Laid
Just so
up.
you know.
It's on the note card. We talked about this in pre-production. I said I'm telling the story. So I'm looking at beautiful places we can go visit, and I found out about this rock, and it's kind of like the Pirates of the Caribbean rock.
It's not just a boulder.
It's a rock. So what's the name of the rock, Chris?
Oh gosh, you're throwing me under the bus
Like
here.
picturesque rock is literally the name of it.
That one. I thought you were
Yes.
talking about the one in Canada. No, this is the pictured rocks.
The pictured rocks, okay? And so when I was researching, I was like, the pictured rocks, it's between Grand Marais and Munising. I'm like, Grand Marais? That's just right up the road. Like, I can go to Grand Marais and see this awesome, beautiful rock. I don't need to wait till next year to go. And Chris is like, you do realize there's a Grand Marais, Michigan, right? And I've been to where you're talking about. And I was like, no, this is Minnesota. It's Grand Marais. Why would there be 2 Grand Marais? I mean, there's a Duluth, Georgia, I suppose. But so anyways, Chris is like, nope, if it's between Munising, I said
Grand
like
Marais.
menacing.
Yeah, like Munsing.
Words are hard, and we know that that's an established. The way that I pronounce things
Poor
has
Jeremy.
always
always been difficult, but
Gwen just chimed in. She's like, we've been there, haven't we? He was like, yeah, we've totally been there, Gwen.
yeah, no, you guys went, yeah. So, anyways, it was absolutely beautiful, but I can't wait to like be able to go see some of these places in real life. But I just had to laugh because, of course, I would just assume. And why don't they put Grand Marais, comma, MI? I know how addresses work.
Yeah. Jeremy flexing his address knowledge here.
I'm full of it.
Well, so there's a Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Grand Rapids, Minnesota, right? Grand Rapids, Michigan, way bigger than Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
Really? See, now here's the other thing too. When you told me that, you blew my mind. Because I'm like, it was funny because I thought for some reason I got Munising wrong, and so I was thinking, wait, what does Grand Rapids, Minnesota have to do with Grand Marais? And you're like, well, no, there's one of each in Michigan.
Yeah.
So of course.
Yep.
Is it in the UP?
Yep.
Ah, of
Yeah,
course.
the pictured rocks is maybe like a 40-minute drive from our cabin.
Really?
I've been multiple times.
That's super cool.
It's awesome. One of my favorite pictures that I ever have taken. I'm a photographer for people that don't know. Occasionally,
Just a little bit.
I take pictures. Oh, I take 7 trillion pictures a second here.
Yeah.
That's true.
One of my absolute favorite pictures is there's it's like a cliffy like lakeside. It's hard to describe, but it's just like a beautiful series of cliffs with like trees and stuff growing on them. And there's this one tree off by itself, like on this like spire that's in the lake, and its roots are like, because it just sort of like broke off. Its roots reach across a span of water to get nutrients from the dirt, from like the actual like land shore. So it's like this one tree that's still alive and still growing, and its roots are just like must get dirt.
That's
And it's just like, it's such a beautiful picture. That was with the Rebel XT.
no way.
Wow.
As in the gold Rebel XT,
The silver.
silver.
Yep.
Did you? Was it? That was
Yeah, with the old the 8 like megabyte CF card or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it has 4 ISO choices. It caps at 1600 and it looks like a blizzard.
Mike taught me a life lesson, so you can give me a.
What? Oh, boop.
You got me. Oh, now I got another story at work. Oh my goodness. All right, remind me to tell the Mike story, but you put it on the angle. Okay, so I work on computers, right? At where I help out with computers all of the time. Okay, I've told a ton of Derek stories. So twice in the same day recently, I was on the phone. Derek was having computer problems, so of course he can't call comm. I've got to call comm, be the intermediary guy. So I'm on the phone or whatever, and you have to put it's two-factor authentication. You have to put your token in. And you got to know your PIN, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to log into Derek's computer. Derek's got to log into the computer. So I'm sitting there, and the guy's like, all right, go ahead and try to log in. So I'm on the phone, and I don't want to, like, yell out his name or whatever. So I go like this, and then I go in the slot where you put the token. It's the only thing on the spot on the computer. And Derek goes, huh? And I was like, Derek, just...
Wait, why didn't Derek call?
Because
millennials.
if he can't Snapchat,
I was going to say, I don't think Derek's a millennial. I'm pretty sure he's Gen Z.
he is.
Oh, is he older than you?
No, Gen...
X is before us, Z is after us.
Z is after. We're Gen Y/millennial. He's Gen Z.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so anyways, all right. So I'm waving Derek over, right? And he looks at me and he goes, "Are you trying to land a plane or what are you doing?" I'm like, so I put the thing on mute. I was like, "No, I mean to put your CAC card in, your access card in, and then put your PIN in." He's like, oh, that's no problem. So he comes over and does it. So later on that day, Kyle was waiting to prank Derek, and he was snuck up right behind him. I'm talking like Kyle is sneaking in, low crawling in, and he's gonna scare Derek. So I was like, turn around. He's right behind you. And then Derek just looks at me and goes, huh? So then Kyle jump scares him, and Derek freaks out. And Kyle looks right at Derek, and he's like, dude, you two need to work on your nonverbal communication because you're not getting what he's putting down. Jeremy, because Kyle was there for the other one. So that made me laugh because Derek is completely clueless when I'm like, turn around. Isn't that the universal turn around? I don't know.
I guess.
Kara, how would you do turn around?
Same thing?
Yeah, like turn around.
I'd be like,
I mean, if you make I was making eye contact with the aggressor, with the sneaker. You think making eye contact with this person who's sneaking, like if I look over your shoulder, you would think someone's there, would you not?
Well, yeah. So one of my favorite jokes. I do this to my roommate all the time.
Oh.
One of my favorite things is like I'll just be like walking by, right, and then I'll look down and be like, oh, is that yours? And then I'll just keep walking. There's nothing on the floor, but whatever he's doing, he will stop what he's doing and then stare at the floor.
You are just like you got something on your shirt there, boop.
Well, but a little bit more sneaky because like I don't even get to enjoy it like in the moment. I just know that he's now wasting moments of his time looking for something that doesn't exist.
Okay, I will finish the Mike story, but now I've got to go back about talking about trolls on video games. So, all right, if any of the Latin Operation Forces or Gabriel, if you guys are still around, I have a squadron story. I was super mad because there was a Y-Wing. It was playing dirty, okay? This Y-Wing pulled up. You guys are all familiar with the Star Destroyer. I know you miss it. You know, if I had it like I wanted, parked right here, or if we had the Star Destroyer cam, I could point it out, but you got the two bulbs on top, which are the shield generators. So there's turrets on a Star Destroyer, right? And they shoot at you. I'm flying around, and I'm seeing that our shield generators are taking damage. So I fly around the backside to take a look, and this Y-Wing, okay, he's cheesing the system. This Y-Wing pulls up behind the shield generator out of all the views of the turrets, and he's firing point blank at the shield generator going, pew, 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 pew. I'm like, you turd, what are you doing? You can't do that. That's so cheap. So I blasted him out of the sky, right? So I was telling my coworker, Dave, I said, Dave, you look at this guy is cheesing the system. And he's like, dude, that's a tactic. Han did it in the Millennium Falcon, parked on the back. I was like, no,
that's true.
And like, I was like, come on, you know?
If the game didn't want you to do it, it wouldn't let you do it.
You can come to a complete stop. I mean, it's space. You can reverse your inertia and come to a complete stop. But so
I'm saying this guy's 3,000 IQ play. You just happen to catch him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's ahead of the curve. So Dave wanted to tell me about his sneaky technique in Battlefront. So in Battlefront, You can be an officer, and an officer you can put down a turret.
But can you be a gentleman?
You can. That is how. And he's not a gentleman the way he plays. So one of Dave's favorite techniques is you can put down a turret, but you only get a pistol. Now it does a decent amount of damage. So he puts down this turret. What he'll do is he'll put down this turret, and then he will go and he will tap someone a couple times. So the direction will indicate, people will chase him. Then he runs away. So then they come around the corner. And then the turret's shooting at him, and then they're like, oh, a turret. So then they aim down to do the turret, and then while they get distracted by the turret, he pops back out and finishes him off, right? And he said tons of people fall into his little trap. And I was like, you dirty dog. Like, that's
dirty.
That's dirty. You're just, you flying Y-Wings in your spare time and not telling me? Like, what are you doing? That's not even fair. So anyways, he goes,
I think it's more fair than corner camping.
well, so you know what he says? He goes, Han did it in Return of the Jedi. I'm like, what's up with you and all this knowledge?
That's
'Cause
true.
Han tapped the guy and made him follow him. I'm like, man, he got me twice.
You got by Star Wars twice in the same day. I can't believe
So
it.
I was like, man, I can't believe it. He's
That is
right.
impressive.
And Han's my favorite character. Well, besides General Kenobi.
I was gonna say
Hello there.
Kenobi, Rex. I mean,
Han Solo. Hello.
Ahsoka.
Harrison Ford.
Oh, hello, Ahsoka on the YouTubes. How are you
Hey!
doing?
ooh,
We finally have connected. So, okay, Ahsoka, sorry, we missed you because Get Vocal, the other service we use, does not repeat the comments. So if we don't have somebody monitoring that specific channel, we miss the question.
well,
so
here's what's funny. Not a lot of people tend to comment on YouTube. They tend to comment on Facebook.
their
And so
chat.
I
it's,
was monitoring Facebook.
It's a rocky system. We're still trying to
Yeah.
iron out the kinks. We promise. We're not intentionally trying to disregard people. We were both accidentally monitoring the same things.
Oh, were you on Facebook?
We were both on Facebook last. So I thought you were on YouTube.
Oh,
so.
sorry.
And David is an absolute awesome person besides his gamer score. He normally
Yeah.
monitors one too and really helps us out a lot. He's the other man behind the scenes besides Bill. Bill is awesome. Bill, we hope you're doing well. If you ever take a chance and tune in. So, okay. So anyways, all right.
Your strats got wrecked twice.
I know. How are the questions coming in? Any other questions?
No, just replying to people. Sasuke says Gabe is a Captain Rex fanboy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you know it. Captain Rex is my boy.
It's so fun having the Latin Operation Forces here. They're so awesome.
General Kenobi and Captain Rex are my Star Wars boyfriends.
That's okay.
I should flaunt my jacket I brought down today and actually
If you want to
wear it.
grab it, go for it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. And then I have a couple more stories before we wrap up.
I don't know if you've ever shown this on the podcast before.
I think you told the story, but I don't think we got to
Yeah.
see it.
Put it on. Put it on. Put the hood up.
You know, like spit on his cheek too.
Yeah, right. Just
Put on your mittens. It's cold out.
right.
Hello. Hello. Now it gets hot in here. But first off, we do live in Minnesota where it's cold. So I don't know if you guys down in Puerto Rico have seen these in person. Yeah, this is right. Woo!
So, quick question, Jeremy.
Yes.
Where did we get the giant BB-8 from?
This
Actually,
ra-
we have two BB-8s. There's a giant one in the back and a less giant one in the front.
Okay.
This was a Valentine's gift from me to Jeremy from Walmart.
So this was
And,
from
not,
Walmart.
and real
It was-
Walmart, not
this-
our,
Dude, it
Yeah,
had
not
the
Walmart
Valentine's
19.
heart on it and the card. And the best part is, everyone, I don't want to move him. You can bend his antenna just like the movie and it stays. There's actually a wire rod inside there and you can fix it. And I challenge you, I have a nervous tick. If you go back and watch the podcast, if I'm nervous or if I'm just whatever, I sit and play with this. I don't know if you've noticed that, Chris.
Oh, absolutely.
I sit and
I
play
think
with it
Chris
all
I
the
can't
time.
fix any of your bad
Out.
mistake or bad habits, so I
Nope.
just gave up.
I
And
tried
then
to fix his bad
this-
habits too, Chris.
Kara, you got to grab that one. That we got at Barnes & Noble years ago. It's a cardboard cutout BB-8. It's absolutely
Did you buy
huge.
it or did you just like steal it?
No, it was actually for sale. It was by the records, the vinyl
Interesting.
records. Yep. They had a big, you know, like when you look through records or DVDs, how they're in a thing and you flip through them? They had a big bunch of
Oh, cool.
cardboard cutouts of like nerdy stuff.
Wasn't there Kylo Ren, BB-8? I think it was a whole Star Wars thing, wasn't it?
Someone says, is there a BB-8 mug in there?
There is. We have a BB-8 mug at home. My sister just sent
Oh
me.
yeah, Janae. Hello, Janae.
Oh, it's Janae. That you can't do that to me. That's at home. That's a private collection.
Private collection.
That's what I drink my coffee out of every day now.
You don't drink coffee every day.
I drink coffee 6 times a day.
I was gonna say coffee and Jeremy.
Chris, I've
would
got
be able to
coffee right
function.
here.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you drink it every day. I bet you, in the last 10 years, there's a day where you didn't drink coffee.
I'm not kidding. Probably one day.
That's still
It's
that
probably true.
invalidates your every day.
When I
It may have
leave,
You just
been
say
on our
most days.
honeymoon when we were
That's as much as you
down
can say.
in the Caribbean. Maybe. But I'm pretty sure you probably would have had coffee with breakfast.
Chris is laughing over there.
Gabe says we only see those coats in the holiday season at JCPenney for people traveling out of the island.
Okay, here's the thing. You guys, you need to come up here during Christmas time and experience real snow.
Yeah, and like -40.
Yeah, that's Fahrenheit for those of you
Fahrenheit.
international.
Yeah, that's it's cold.
I am very hot right now.
So take off the jacket.
Oh,
you
so
weirdo.
just tell the just the very quick version of the
You
story.
look so
The
funny.
Query Vic version of the
Query
story.
Query
Vic.
Vic.
Guys, I might be
This
suffering.
story brought to you by Query Vic.
I might be suffering heat stroke in here, but I've got to tell the story about the jacket. So as you know, every year, Columbia does a limited run of Star Wars memorabilia.
Oh my god.
This jacket is from 2 years ago when they decided to redo this is a replica of the crew wore this during the Empire Strikes Back shooting in
The
1979,
heat's getting to him.
and they wore in Norway. This is an exact replica. It's got the exact same patch. It says Norwegian unit on it on the pocket.
That's what my wrestling name is. Norwegian
The
unit.
Norwegian unit. And anyways, they only made 1,000 of these jackets. It's really cool. It's such an iconic jacket, and we missed out on it online. What are you laughing at?
People are just dropping some Query Vics.
Oh man. So it's not funny when it's heat stroke, everyone.
It's
hot in here.
Oh my god.
Anyways, they made a limited run of them, and we missed out on the online sale. We stayed up to midnight to buy one. The website crashed. That seems to be the story of our lives. I just
Yup.
never should plan on buying anything off the internet ever.
Yeah, just know where the physical location is and send Kara 3 days in advance.
So, anyways, Kara looked at me and she said, "I hate baby. Like, life is short." What? So funny. I'm over here in all my innocence.
my
Don't know what's going
gosh.
on.
Someone on YouTube commented that you remind me of the nephew on the Red Green show.
Oh my god, Harold. That's Harold. Here, I'll do the Uncle Red. Oh. Red Green. Go Red Green. Gwen's met Red Green he was at the Ace Hardware in
I think I've met
Woodland.
him a couple of times. He's been in Superior. He's been to Barker's Island a couple of times.
Wait. He was at Ace Hardware in Woodland.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, he does all sorts
That's
of
Red
stuff
Green,
like that.
man.
Well, he used to. Steve Smith is the name of the
Steve Smith,
actor.
yeah.
In Woodland, Duluth.
So far on the podcast, I've been called Sheldon and now Harold.
So how much was the coat?
It $500.
$500.
I ended up getting a jacket same day.
Oh boy!
It was $500, but it was worth it. It was worth it. So Kara and she said, "Jeremy, I am willing."
Gwen says Red Green is really nice, by the way.
He is. There's only 12 locations, physical locations, the jacket was going to appear in the United States. One of which being in Minneapolis,
Who were in
which
Minneapolis?
well, the Mall of America doesn't count because of course they would get one. We didn't go to the Mall of America though. We wouldn't have got one if we went to the Mall of America.
No, we wouldn't have. We went to Uptown.
We went to Uptown in Minneapolis. So Kara looks at me and she says, "We need to get up at 3 a.m. then if you want to drive down and get it." I said, "No, that's crazy. Who would get up at 3 a.m. to go get a jacket?" And then 10 minutes, so we go to bed. It's like the lights are out and 10 minutes go by and I'm like, "Kara, Kara, are you still awake?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I want the jacket." So we got up at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. and we drove 2.5 hours south to Minneapolis to stand in line. And when we got there, we were fourth in line and I got a jacket.
Well, the nice
That's
thing
awesome.
was, too, they didn't make you stand in line the whole time.
They gave numbers.
They gave numbers.
Because this was in November, wasn't it?
I think so.
Hold on, Jeremy.
What?
Sit down again for a second. So Gwen wants to know does Kara find you handsome or handy?
Both.
Oh.
No, because if the women can't find
Find
you
you
handsome,
handsome.
they'll at
I
least find you
know.
handy.
The dang thing is, I just built her a closet, so I am handy.
How much duct tape did you use?
None.
Sin.
Right. That's because I'm Harold. Harold actually does it right.
Oh my
gosh.
goodness.
All right, put the jacket away.
Ahsoka's dipping out. Nice having you on for a little bit of
Ahsoka,
Ahsoka.
nice to see you.
Yeah, so okay, you can take that off now.
Okay, I'll be back.
Jeremy won't suffer from heat stroke. He's gonna take it off. He's gonna take it off Query Vickley.
Query Vickley. Oh my goodness, I missed so much chat. Somehow.
I was gonna say I've been seeing the chat just like flying by.
We do shout outs occasionally.
Yeah.
If you say stuff and I happen to see it because I apparently can't see very well, we'll absolutely say stuff. Yes, Dave McFarlane, keep your stick on the ice.
Oh my goodness, Dave! So how long has Dave been here?
Dave, you're not allowed to watch this. Jeremy says.
Dave.
This is where he says all sorts of mean things about you.
Well, Dave, I've told 2 Dave stories today. 2.
Yeah, very evil stories.
Watch out, Dave. I mean, if you watch the full podcast, I don't know if you guys will be friends
he
anymore.
also says hello from Audrey as well.
Oh, cute.
Oh, hi.
Hi. So the first time I met Audrey, she ran up to me and she's like, "You have a Mini Cooper and a YouTube channel? So you're like the coolest person ever." I was like, "Oh, thank you. Way to make me feel like a celebrity. It doesn't really mean anything." Anybody, you can have a YouTube channel. Go start one. Mike's story.
Yeah,
Mike's story. All right. So Mike D.
I didn't know which Mike you were referring to, but now I know it's Mike D. Okay.
Oh, Mike D. Okay.
Yeah, so I learned a valuable life lesson from Mike D. So when I met him, the guy was good with a camera. I mean, he still is. That's just
Yeah, he sucks now. But when I met him, he
it was one of the
amazing.
outstanding features. It's like, wow, and he's super kind. He'll take your picture and you'll love it. He's my favorite person to ever have do a portrait because it's just you have such a good one-on-one time with him and you get these pictures and it's amazing. You can know the technical aspect of a camera, but he makes the picture look nice. So what do you do when you meet someone new or you get to so I was talking to him again because I knew him from a long time ago, but I didn't get to know him, right? So I was like, Mike. Now he was shooting on a 5D Mark I, Chris.
Yep.
He was shooting on a 5D Mark I. I think he had the old 40 on there, the old 40 pancake lens.
I think you're right.
Does it look like a snub nose? So, anyways, so I'm like, hey, you got a camera? I got a camera. So he's like, oh, let's see it. And I busted out, Chris, the Rebel XT. And that thing at that point, I mean, it was already older than the 5D Mark I. I mean, not only is it a Rebel, but it's old. It's an old and it's a Rebel.
Yep.
And I showed Mike that camera.
Just like Captain Rex.
Yeah, just like Captain. Oh my gosh, that's actually a really good reference. So I busted out this Rebel, and here's the thing. I didn't know then what I know now. And what I know now is the fact that was not anything special. That was like an entry-level camera. But Mike saw it, and it was like he treated it like gold. He took it, and he's like, oh, man, this is an awesome camera. You can take great pictures with this thing. And so he made me feel like I was special or that I was cool. And he didn't belittle me and being like, oh, you shoot on a Rebel or whatever. He was really nice about it. And that gave me encouragement to actually take that out and use it and not be stingy about it.
And camera people can be snobs sometimes.
Mike D covers up his logo a lot of times because people will want to talk to him about, oh, you shoot Canon, you shoot that. So he covers up the logo with black gaff tape so people don't talk to him about his camera. Because it's like he doesn't want to talk to you about it. He doesn't want to talk about camera equipment. He wants to talk to you. Right. So I thought that was pretty cool. And so I'll never forget the way that made me feel. So once I put 2 and 2 together and I got into the cameras and then, I got a Mark III and I still have it. That is an excellent camera. That camera is 8 years old. It's at home because I took photos with it. I took grad pictures. That reminded me of how you should treat other people. So when somebody comes up to me, I commented, there was a kid that commented on Brickable and, he does these little Lego reviews and on our newest video, he said that he loves, he's like, oh, I love your channel so much. So I hopped over there and I was like, hey man, awesome review. I checked it out. Love it. You need to keep making videos. Keep doing it. Like be that encouraging.
Should we give him a shout out?
Yeah.
Goodness Grievous?
That
one?
It's not Goodness Grievous. It's Coat. And I'll just pull it up. I'll do a shout out for him. I'm doing it.
Well, you can
doing
do
a shout out. Go there if you want. Go comment on his video and say awesome video. Keep up the good work. We'll see if we can get him a little bit of attention here. Let me pull this up.
You can just go ahead and bring her up to the main camera.
Oh,
that way people can see.
We got 2 more subs. YouTube.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. All right.
Goodness Grievous is a kid that does stop motion as well, isn't he? He follows us on.
Sorry. I'm just pulling this up.
All I know is he has the best name on the internet.
Goodness Grievous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
All right. The YouTube channel coming up is going to be not be able to focus. It's just Colin and
There, it's
Kate.
focused right there.
Colin and Kate.
Oh, it was focused. There you go. Oh.
Colin.
As soon as you turned it sideways, it decided to focus, but that's fine.
It's Colin and Kate. Chris, you can even type this in chat. COLIN space and space Kate with a C, CATE space channel. Colin and Kate channel. They do little YouTube videos. Go say hello. Check them out. It's really fun. And so I just think it's cool when people like at that age want to make YouTube videos. We've talked about Goodness Grievous because he did this awesome cut between Luke falling in Empire Strikes Back. He did it with Lego figs. This is not Colin and Kate. This is Goodness Grievous. But Luke falls, right? Vader cuts his hand off and Luke falls.
Yep.
And then he transitioned Luke falling into Snoke's throne room. And he did set design. He had dropped down a red table. It looked like a red carpet. It was so red. And then from there, he had Snoke like talk to Luke and stuff. And it was this little interaction. And I thought, man, that, for a young kid, that is like,
He's going places.
he's going places. He's doing stop motion That's incredible.
Way, way ahead of where we were at his age. I'm
Absolutely.
At 12, I was probably still playing with Barbies. Are you kidding me? Like,
So,
Sure. Travis on YouTube says, people don't remember what you say. They remember how you make them feel.
oh, yes.
Quoted, paraphrase from Maya Angelou.
Oh, cool. So that's that moment. I had a very strong impact with me and Mike. By the way, that would made me feel special because of that. So, all right. Well, we're gonna just get ready. We're gonna take any last closing comments. Comment if you have any burning questions. I want to do a shout out to the Latin Operation Forces page. Your guys' Facebook page is awesome. It's the one page I go to every day to check out. It truly is so cool. Keep up the good work. I can't wait to actually play some Xbox with some of you guys. I do want to play Squadrons. I don't want to get my butt kicked, but I'll be on your team.
So,
What do we got for
Josh says, Jeremy, if I wasn't so... Oh, I thought he said if I wasn't so far, but he says if I wasn't so fat, I'd take your sweatshirt from you. I thought he was trying to make a distance joke, but he was making a size joke.
Got it. Thank you.
Target, right?
Yeah, Target.
You and Justin have the same shirt.
Justin and we had a guest on the podcast. I wore this down here, and then the guest wore this down here, and then we looked at each other like, well, one of us has got to change.
And Jeremy changed.
Being that he was the guest, I changed. So,
I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for everybody who decided to stop by and say hello, check it out.
you know who's going to be really sad?
Brad. Did we not reach out to Brad?
Well, I should have sent him an email.
Oh.
Brad is still our number one fan. And because
The way that you treat him, he's not going to be much longer.
he was like the first one, Brad was. So Brad's number one. I feel bad because, so here's what happened. So we did the panel, right, everybody? We did the panel for the Force Fest. And Get Vocal reached out to us and they're like, hey, come and do your thing here and we'll like promote you. We'll put you out there. We'll make you a whatever verified user. I think they don't have a ton of people, but we're on their channel. And so Get Vocal has some awesome things. It gives us the ability to have people come in very easily over the internet and jump and take a seat. Production-wise, it does add some difficulties because of the way that you have multiple guests stream. We can't capture their audio directly. Makes it really tough for Chris to sync all the audio together for the video and stuff like that. And the other thing it doesn't do is it doesn't stack comments. And that was a feature of Restream that's unbelievable because it makes it so much easier to keep track of the way that we do the comments. So I miss Restream for that.
Yeah.
So on Saturday nights,
did Restream today.
Saturday nights we do Get Vocal, and then I miss Restream. But Brad used to check us out on Twitch, and he keeps missing the live streams because we're not.
We have two Elgatos to.
Well, no, he could.
If we had
the
internet
bandwidth,
connection, we could just do both.
we could do both.
But
it's not even Elgato; it's just literally bandwidth at this point.
So guys, we just need to get. We need
No,
to
that's so much money a month.
Yeah.
Here's what we do: somebody sponsors us on Patreon for our internet bill.
Yeah, we would need everybody to.
The patron saint of our Lord of Internet. Jonathan says the panel was great. Thank you, Jonathan.
Oh, thank you so much.
We tried very hard.
Thank you.
Latin Operations Forces said we'd love to play together with you 100% for sure.
All right, I will get a hold of Gabe, and I will have him. I'll get your guys' gamer tags. MUS65TANG, Mustang, with a 65 in the
Now
middle.
the world is going to try and friend request you.
That's
And
okay.
What's mine? Lady Burrito _88.
Lady Burrito _88 for Kara's gamer tag.
Ashley says June was really sad. She had to go to bed after gymnastics because she's missed the last 2 podcasts.
Oh.
I mean,
Was she
bedtime's
here
bedtime.
tonight?
You can't argue with that.
That's true. What?
Was she here tonight?
Well, she went to bed after gymnastics.
But they're normally on Saturdays, and she's missed 2.
On YouTube, Guardian Angels 24 says, Jeremy, remember Eugene watching you move your old house? He stopped by on Facebook.
No way. That was the only.
The only thing we
It's
didn't get
Al
to?
is on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I didn't talk about, I kid you not, move house. That was I was gonna tell. Last week, people watched us for the dog stories. I think I don't know. People like dogs. Well, Gabe's dog jumped off a 2-story roof and lived. And Pepper got hit by a car and ate all the candy in the world. And Oliver
And
is
Jasmine can climb fences.
yeah.
Gwen said you're going to get as many gamer friend requests as you get emails.
Oh, burn!
I'm gonna get all the game. I'm gonna get all the friend requests.
Oh man! If only listener mail was. So Kara's name is Lady Burrito. Does anybody think that burrito is a flattering part of the word lady?
No, honestly, it makes me think of like,
Yeah, right? Okay.
I'm
So
sorry. It's because of Jeremy's friends.
anyways, Kara will hop in a lobby on Destiny and she's got no profile picture or gamer pic or anything. She'll get 5 friend requests. Just because she's got lady in the name.
Yep.
People take a risk. They're like, oh, it's worth it.
and just
Doesn't
for-
matter. Sent message.
Just so everybody knows where Lady Burrito came from, I didn't have my own gamer tag, 4 years ago?
Yeah, you didn't.
And so Jeremy would be playing Destiny and it looked really interesting to me. So I would hop on and play with his friends. I would just take the controller from him, the headset from him and talk, And so Jeremy is known as Burrito Man. And
Burrito Man, because Andy and I went to Las Vegas and I ate at a Chipotle and we took it back to the room and I sat down to watch TV and I ate the burrito in bed and 50% of the burrito fell on my shirt. So he looked over and he's like, whoa, calm down there, Burrito Man. And then when somebody gives you a nickname, it like, he called me that the rest of the trip and so it stuck. So everyone at work calls me Burrito Man.
so Jeremy is Burrito Man. And that's what a lot of the guys that he gamed with knew him as. And so when I would hop on, they would call me Lady Burrito. So that's where Lady Burrito came from.
we have a Juliet sighting.
Oh,
What?
Juliet, I did a shout out to you earlier.
Girl. Like,
We were literally just doing our closing remarks, but
We can be on for a couple more minutes.
all right, we'll be on for a couple more minutes. Hi, Juliet.
Any question you want, we'll move to the front of the line.
That's
You can
right.
any
Right.
comment or anything you want to say.
Juliet, I want to say I'm proud of you for managing your social media because that is
I
the
need
hardest
to.
thing to do in the world today is to do that. So I'm very, I've watched The Social Dilemma and I thought it was really good. And Chris has a joke where he's like, oh, Jeremy, I don't have Facebook anymore. So, but he does because
Yeah, I just don't use it.
he doesn't use it.
I need to stop using it so much.
Let's see. Josh says, "Haha, no way you having food all over you." And David said, "I don't think you can eat anything without getting it all over."
I spilled ketchup on the way here.
My favorite story is Jeremy went shopping at Eddie Bauer, stopped at Caribou Coffee to get himself a coffee, and just a splurt of coffee came flying out of the cup right into his brand new bag of clothes.
Well, if I recall correctly, because I remember you told that story, like it didn't have the extra vent hole it was
Correct.
supposed to.
Yeah.
So when it sloshed, the air made
Yep.
it shoot out,
When I-
displaced the.
But
yeah.
went right into the bag. What are the chances?
100% if you're me.
Jeremy's got splash magnetism.
If only my missiles and squadrons heat seeked like that bit of coffee, I'd be the #1 squadrons player in the world.
Oh, so good. So good.
But yeah, tonight was just a special night. We don't normally go live on Tuesdays, but we did for a special request. So we were down here on a Tuesday, and this was one of the most fun episodes I've had in a long time. The turnout made it really fun. I really miss Restream. It's going to be hard going back
I know.
to get vocal.
Yeah.
So we'll talk after
We'll
this.
figure it out, I
Yeah, we
guess.
will.
We'll figure it out.
All right, so we'll give the 30-second countdown. If there's any last closing remarks from anybody else. Otherwise, so this has been podcast. We're going to call this 75.
yeah, it'll be 75. For
All right,
sure.
so we're just going to go to 76 on Saturday, I suppose. Oh, Juliet, we appreciate you saying you'll rewatch this. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, we do a shout out to Juliet. I do call you out. So
So yeah, we talk about our fans when you guys
Of
aren't
course
watching.
we
It's like,
do.
Absolutely.
like, oh, I wonder if Juliet's
I
gonna be
know.
watching. I wonder if Gabe's gonna be on today.
On Saturday, Jeremy mentioned Juliet that we haven't seen you in a while, and he was like, "What happened to her?"
Well, and then Gabe missed the not last Saturdays, but the Saturdays before his podcast. And so I was
Jeremy
like,
almost had a heart attack.
I was like,
and
oh
died.
yeah, no Gabe, bummer. Like the energy of the live podcasts are just so much more fun. We did
Yeah.
pre-recorded for a year and a half, more or less, or a year. And then going live, they're just so much more fun. The interaction is just unbelievable. And I've got to know so many of you just from watching the show. So the only one who's never come back is Ryan Seacrest.
Yep.
I know.
He's like, oh, I got my sweet Sheldon burn in. My job is done.
Yep. Now I'm really thinking maybe it really was Ryan.
Ryan, the real Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, Chris, that Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that Ryan.
What's the name of your guardian friend? Maru?
Morai.
Oh, that's Morai.
Morai.
Jonathan was wondering if that's the Ahsoka owl.
It
It
definitely
is.
100% is.
Yep, and that's the guest microphone if we have a guest on, so she's just perched up there.
Hold on, we got a couple seconds. I'm doing it.
Oh, there we go. BFFs.
Yep.
Not to scale.
So not to scale, but Morai is I believe the spirit of daughter after daughter gave herself to make sure father lived.
Oh, dang.
Oh, you're gonna bring that over, hey? That's not even a good makeup.
Hey, it's part of your history.
Everybody's got
It
a
is.
first draft. Kara likes to cosplay as Ahsoka. So here is homemade Laku.
Mark
They are
1.0.
Super
Yeah.
impressive. I mean, this thing is awesome. She's got like the headpiece that she transferred to her Mark II. Here's one of Ahsoka's sabers. We also
From Disney.
3D printed. Kara likes Fulcrum. Fulcrum Ahsoka.
I don't think I can pass as a 14-year-old girl. So I mean,
You're just not wearing enough makeup.
So that's it. Kara
See you later,
is
Josh.
Super awesome. Bye, Josh. Oh, and then we got Kara. Lothwolf.
yes, excellent.
Hungry like the Loth Wolf.
Lothwolves are cool. There's one that does he appear after Kanan dies?
Whoa. Spoiler.
Okay, that came out like 5 years
I haven't
ago.
seen it.
Oh,
Goes
well,
as Doom.
Caleb Doom. But I have
So-
a picture with a life-size Lothwolf.
Is it huge or like doggo
It's
size?
massive.
I want to
Hold on.
congratulate
Let's see if I
everybody
can-
who's still in chat. So Gabe or Juliet, if you're here, you are now Minnesotan.
Adios, Mike.
Because this is what we call a Minnesota goodbye.
Yeah, we've been trying
Oh,
to wrap
yeah.
this for
We're
about
trying to-
7 minutes.
So like we tend to take forever to say goodbye in Minnesota. It's a real thing. Like you'll get up to go leave someone's house, be like, okay, yeah, it's about that time, eh? Gotta get
Okay.
going, you know.
Hold on, I
And
found
then you
Oh,
hop in the.
Juliet, that's my sister. That's not Jeremy's sister.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
Chris's sister.
My sister's.
I'm coming up to the
channel.
camera.
You're coming up to the camera.
Kara's making an effort. Oh, dang. So back her up just a touch. I wonder why it won't pull focus. But, I mean, I think people get the idea for scale.
Yeah. It's
That's
massive.
wild.
So, oh my gosh.
Anyways, all I was gonna say is
whale's moving,
when
guys.
it's time to go in Minnesota, you know, we gotta go. Oh, hey, it was a good time, you know. We gotta get going, go back home and brave the snow, you
Oh,
know.
I
Oh
know.
So-
yeah, I
plan for our
forgot to
next
ask
get-together.
about your mom.
But
How's your
how you
mom
doing? And then we
Yeah,
try
that
to
hot dish recipe, maybe?
yeah, send it over to me. So we try to get going. They just take forever. So they're called Minnesota goodbyes, and you all are part of one.
So it's like what I should have done is just hit the button for this. Oh
There
my
you
God,
go.
That
why
would
is
have
this
forced
thing-
us.
Yep. For some reason, my hotkeys aren't working.
But we got 3 more good comments.
Oh, well. If you made it this far to the video, consider giving it a like. We appreciate it. We're wrapping up right now. We will get to the comments. Comment down below if you're watching the pre-recorded version of this with anything that you want to add to the story. We definitely check those out. Subscribe if you're not already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a new video or go live. Thank you guys so much for watching. And of course...
May the force be with you.